What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about Colin Kaepernick, specifically his wife, Nessa. Now, Nessa and Colin got together during the height of the kneel for protests, like time and era. I'm pretty sure y'all remember it. I made some videos that were very unpopular. There were a lot of black people or people who were pro what Colin was doing. They were upset with me because I was calling out Kaepernick, and I talked about how basically it was a charade, that he doesn't really stand for anything, and how the whole kneel movement was by accident. He was just taking a knee, which is what football players do during games and may even do it during the national anthem. He accidentally became known for that. That wasn't something that he thought of doing. Some people are going to say that it was, but the funny thing is that I guess during that time, the political tensions were heightened because of the presidential race at the time. And anything perceived to be, I would say, SJW or political by professional athletes was going to get heightened. People zeroed in on him taking a knee. All of a sudden, he's some icon. I called BS on that a long time ago. And now you have his wife, Nessa, who's angry years later, who's angry with Roc Nation, Desiree Perez, Jay-Z, for blackballing him, for pushing him away, for making him and his movement irrelevant. They're blaming Jay-Z for that. They're blaming Roc Nation for that. You know what is the true culprit of this whole thing right now is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is still mad and hurt for reasons she still have yet to tell. She says that they owe her money. She's been spazzing for years. Before she was angry at Roc Nation. Nicki Minaj is lashing out. Now she's lashing out at TDE and SZA and her manager. She's going off on everybody. See, Nicki Minaj has never gotten over the fact that the media and there were fans who pushed her away and replaced her with Cardi B. She's never gotten over that. You see, Nicki still wants to be in the position she was in back in 2015. But times have changed, and she should change with them. This is not 2015, 2017. This is 2025. You're a mother. You're a wife to a highly suspect guy. And when you have a lot of skeletons in her closet and her going on this campaign, I just think it just shows narcissism. Even though I've defended Nicki on certain things, I just think that she is just looking very bitter. And the older she gets and the more she realizes that she'll never be that Nicki Minaj 10 years ago, she's going to continue to lose her mind. Now, Nessa seems like a decent person, but I just think that she really thought she was with Malcolm X 2.0. Even though Colin Kaepernick has never given a public interview. He's spoken, as far as to the press, but as far as him being interviewed, if he's been interviewed, y'all can let me know, but he don't speak. I just think Nessa's energy is in the wrong place. Yes, Roc Nation is a mafia. Roc Nation has buried a lot of bodies, figuratively. And they are a dangerous group. Desiree Perez was exposed as a racist towards her own daughter's husband, who's black. She doesn't like him. She don't want her daughter with that N-word. And that's who Jay-Z associates himself with. A known snitch. And Desiree Perez, who was pardoned, by the way. Who was pardoned by Donald Trump. Jay-Z is about his money. He was able to, yes, use Kaepernick and use his whole kneel in protest, that whole movement to make himself money, to build the profile of Roc Nation. He did. He used Colin because he sees Colin Kaepernick as a joke. He doesn't respect him. He doesn't respect him. And also what hurts Nessa's argument is the fact that Kaepernick took the money and ran. Because I believe, didn't he sue the NFL for being blackballed? This was some years ago. And that he settled out of court. And that story was swept completely under the rug. Again, I'm pretty sure the same people that Nessa is angry at are the same people who swept that story under the rug, because that should have destroyed his movement. And I think it did, slowly. That's why no one cares about Kaepernick. We don't care that he is still warming up to be a mid quarterback. We don't care. We don't. You know who else doesn't care? Jay-Z doesn't care. The NFL doesn't care. They paid him to go away. This is why Kaepernick doesn't speak against the NFL. He knows he'll never get a job in the NFL. But every year after the NFL draft, him and Nessa are putting it out there that he's still warming up. He's still ready to play, knowing he done took the money and ran. You really think that an NFL team is going to sign him? Really? He's been not playing for years, almost 10 years or so? It's over. It's over for him, Nessa. It is. He wasn't blackballed. He got paid. People bought his stupid 7 jerseys. I believe he had hats included, right? People supported him. People gave him money, awards. Didn't Beyonce present him with an award? Nobody's blackballing him. He just sucks. Not only did he suck as a football player, but also his movement has gone nowhere. Okay? He's at home spending not only the millions he made as a player, but also the millions he settled with in court. Nessa, nobody's blackballing him. That is not what's happening here. He decided that he wanted to take the money. And when he did, it was over. The NFL dream was over. His movement was over. How can you claim that you're fighting for change and then you take change? You take dollars from that same evil racist organization. You took the money from them, just like any charlatan who goes out here and protests a company, and then behind the scenes, he's getting a check from the company and giving the people nothing but 7 jerseys and hats. That's all he's getting. That's all the people are getting. And they have to pay for those, by the way. Let's get into this. According to Yahoo, Nessa Diab, a longtime media personality and partner, a former NFL quarterback and civil rights icon. He is nobody's icon. Y'all have to stop this. Colin Kaepernick has come out swinging, alleging that Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and CEO Desiree Perez orchestrated what she calls a smear campaign tactics, not only against her partner, but now against global rap superstar Nicki Minaj. Nessa drew parallels between the treatment of Minaj and Kaepernick, accusing the powerful entertainment agency of strategically co-opting movements and silencing dissent, all while collecting millions from institutions seeking public redemption. Speaking of people collecting millions from institutions, this was back in 2019. Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reid got less than $10 million in NFL collusion settlement. This was back in 2019. The funniest thing about this is that there was a football league at the time called the AAF. They were a spring football league that lasted like a year. And I guess they wanted Colin Kaepernick to be a part of it. Do you know that this fool said he wanted $20 million to sign with the spring team, the spring league? He's all about the money, not about saving people. He's about his bread. And he wants to do less work to make as much money as possible. As a matter of fact, let's play this video from USA Today.
Kaepernick and Eric Reed settled their collusion differences on Friday, but this case is not over yet. Given the dearth of quarterback talent in the NFL, this case is not resolved until Colin Kaepernick is back on an NFL playing field.
Well, that never happened. That never happened. Once he took that money, he was never playing in the NFL. And the NFL moved on. His protests meant nothing at the end of the day. Because once Jay-Z signed up to partner with the NFL, it was over. It was over. I want people to understand the type of individual we're dealing with here. He's about his money. That's what he's about. And Nessa's over here making it seem like he was fighting the power. No, he was collecting money from the power. I guess this was a tweet here. This was Nessa's tweet. It says, at Nicki Minaj, exposing the smear campaign tactics that Jay-Z, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez did to her behind the scenes, very similar to what I was told they did to at Kaepernick. So she don't even know. She says she was told. Wrote on Twitter, igniting immediate speculation, outrage online when Jay purposely co-opted Colin's protest by siding with the NFL to help their image after they blackballed Colin for his protests. Nessa's accusations come just days after Nicki Minaj publicly hinted at an alleged backdoor sabotage in the entertainment industry, while Minaj has yet to name Roc Nation directly in her current statements. Nessa's tweets explicitly made the connection, aligning both stars' experiences as part of a larger pattern of corporate manipulation, reputation damage, and institutional protectionism. I want y'all again to look at this guy. This guy right here wasted people's time, wasted people's money. This guy took money from the NFL. He took money from the white man. He took money from the people that y'all claim are racist. That's what he did. And his wife she is a co-conspirator in this, because she's basically his public relations, his spokesperson, because this so-called leader doesn't want to speak publicly. Who wants to follow somebody that doesn't speak? And when he speaks, he really don't have much to say. Nessa, the only person that sabotaged that movement was Colin Kaepernick when he took that settlement money and kept his mouth shut. Out here pretending like he's ready to play football. That's not what it was. I was right when I made videos back in 2016, 2017, 2018, I think. 2017, 2018, 2019. I was right. He was a joke. This whole thing is a joke. It really, all this dude does is collect money. That's all he does. He has no different than Black Lives Matter. All they do is collect money. They don't do nothing for the community. All they go out and do, they do some protests. They get themselves arrested. But what? Listen, I don't think Nessa's a bad person. I just think that she's fighting for something that's not worth fighting for. And she's like most women these days. They get caught up with these dudes and they think that she thought she was with Malcolm X 2.0. But really, this guy is a wannabe. He's a has-been. He's not very good at being a quarterback. And he was able to convince gullible Negroes that he was out here fighting for them. Can you actually show me the things that he's fighting for? Because I haven't heard it. You hear more about Colin Kaepernick working out to get an NFL tryout than you do about the things he's doing in these black communities. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram. I'll see y'all next.